What if your peace depended on cutting certain people out? Imagine spending your later years free from negativity, drama, and emotional manipulation. What would that freedom feel like? What if you could finally choose to protect your peace by letting go of the people who drain you? What if you could stop feeling guilty for choosing yourself? What if for once you prioritized your own mental and emotional health without apologizing? Could the key to true happiness be in setting boundaries, even with people you love? What if you stopped allowing others to define your worth? The power to reclaim your life lies in realizing that you are worthy of respect, love, and peace. No strings attached. What would happen if you started demanding the respect you deserve without needing others' approval? The people who will drain you in your later years. As we age, we begin to realize that the most precious thing we have is our peace. And yet, the most dangerous people in our lives are often the ones we've known the longest. The ones who, despite being family or close friends, can rob us of that peace. These people will make us feel guilty for simply wanting to live on our own terms. One of the most toxic types of people in old age is the guilt tripper. These are the individuals who manipulate your emotions by making you feel like you owe them something. They use guilt as a weapon, often disguised as concern or love. You may hear phrases like, "I took care of you once. Now look at how you treat me," or, "I guess I'll just figure it out myself since you're too busy." These words can seem harmless, but they eat away at your emotional well-being. But the truth is, you don't owe anyone your peace. You don't owe anyone your health, your energy, or your time, especially if they have never respected your boundaries. Guilt tripping is emotional manipulation, and in this stage of life, you've earned the right to protect yourself from that. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It's essential for your well-being. Why you must create boundaries. As you grow older, your time and energy become even more valuable. You've given so much of yourself already, and now it's time to focus on you. Boundaries are essential, not just for your own peace, but for your dignity. The people who have been taking from you for years don't get to keep draining you because you're family or old friends. Setting boundaries is not about being unkind. It's about respecting yourself enough to say no when something doesn't serve you. It's about recognizing that you have the right to protect your peace. You have the right to say, "I can't do that anymore," without feeling guilty or selfish. In fact, you have earned that peace through the years of giving, supporting, and being there for others. There's a lot of power in saying no. It's a declaration that your well-being comes first. When you stop accepting disrespect and manipulation, you stop letting others control your emotional state. You are not responsible for other people's happiness at the cost of your own. Breaking free from toxic people. One of the most difficult decisions you'll face as you get older is letting go of people who no longer serve you positively. This doesn't mean abandoning people in need. It means distancing yourself from those who only take and never give back. Energy vampires are people who constantly drain you emotionally, leaving you feeling exhausted, irritated, or unsettled after spending time with them. Energy vampires do not care about your well-being. They are only concerned with unloading their negativity and complaints onto you without ever asking about your needs. They create a cloud over your day, making everything feel heavier. You may not realize it at first, but every interaction with them leaves you less of yourself until you're completely drained. The truth is, you don't have time to be someone's emotional landfill. You have a finite amount of energy, and you deserve to spend it on people who bring joy, positivity, and support into your life. If someone consistently drains your energy, it's time to create some space. Your peace is worth protecting. How to guard your peace. The key to emotional freedom in old age is to stop tolerating disrespect, negativity, and emotional manipulation. Some relationships, even with family, can become toxic to your well-being. You do not have to justify your decision to protect your peace. It is not rude or unloving to set boundaries with people who have consistently used your kindness for their own benefit. When you stop being available to people who drain your energy, you'll find that your life feels lighter. You begin to breathe easier. This is not about cutting people off without reason, but about choosing not to engage in relationships that diminish your emotional health. You've given enough. Now it's time to reclaim your life and your energy. Creating space for your peace is not selfish. It's self-preservation. It's the ability to choose joy and tranquility over endless cycles of emotional exhaustion. And when you do, you'll notice that the right people will respect your boundaries, and those who genuinely care about you will love you in a way that doesn't drain you. The people who only show up when they need something. Another type of person to avoid is the user, the ones who only appear in your life when they need something. They call you when they're in trouble, ask for help when they're down, but disappear when they don't need anything. You might feel guilty for not being there for them, but the reality is, these people see you as a resource, not as a friend or family member. The problem isn't that you don't want to help. It's that you've been giving without getting anything in return. The more you help, the more they take, and the less respect they give. In the end, you feel emotionally bankrupt while they move on with their lives, leaving you drained. It's time to stop being the emotional ATM for everyone else. You are not a convenience for others to use. Real relationships are based on mutual respect, care, and understanding. If someone only calls you when they need something, it's time to set a boundary and say, I can't always be the one to fix things for you. You deserve to be loved for who you are, not just what you can do for others. Conclusion: protecting your emotional well-being. As you grow older, the most important thing you can do is protect your emotional health. Stop tolerating disrespect, manipulation, and people who take without giving back. You deserve relationships that are rooted in love, respect, and mutual support. You deserve people who value your peace as much as you do. The hardest part may be recognizing that some people will never change. But the moment you choose to prioritize your peace, to stop accepting toxic behavior, and to walk away from those who drain you, you'll find the freedom you've been seeking. It's time to stop feeling guilty for setting boundaries. It's time to stop apologizing for protecting your peace. You've earned this time in your life to live freely, to embrace your worth, and to surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you. Choose peace. Choose yourself. Let go of the people who only take and never give. It's time to reclaim your life.